Hey world, this is FATIMAH Patricice, aka the Mocha Mommy, and this is Clearing the Bar Album Edition.
Let it
Hey y'all, welcome to my home studio. Just a little setup that I put together that I decided to invest in as an artist. The mood is usually totally different. Like I have this little setup and then I have like my little candle and my tea and I play music, listen to beats. This is that setup. So you guys are witnessing my sanctuary. So I titled the album The Journey Book 1 because I wanted to take you guys on the journey with me through my musical story, my musical successes, ebbs and flows, the whole nine. And I titled it Ascension because right now I feel like I am the best version of myself that I've ever been. And of course people would think as you grow older you would think like, oh, they will become a better person. Sometimes it's not like that for people, but for speaking for myself, I do feel like I am in a better state and I wanted to take you guys on the journey so I wanted to share my journey with you guys. So I titled it The Journey Book 1 Ascension. So I started the album off with She Said, basically tapping into basically how I was raised and my thought process and how I viewed the world and the advice I got from the people who raised me. And I ended the album with the journey, and that's gonna bleed into the Journey Book 2. I don't have a title for it yet. I let the titles kind of just come along as I listen to the album, and I basically let it flow. I let it come to me. I don't chase it. And advice to anybody: do not chase, attract. Let it come to you. Let it flow. Don't force nothing, ever. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get into the first song, which is titled She Said. And this particular song was actually dedicated to my grandmother, Gladys Dias. She passed away December 2023. And the wild part was I was set to release this particular album January 2024. So I paused the whole thing. I released some freestyles. I tried to work through the grief, and I wouldn't advise anybody to do that ever. Don't ever try to just push through something. Really give yourself the time to grieve, to really give yourself the time to process it. Don't just hop in, try to skip the process. You can't skip that process. Grief is a process you can never. I have never seen anyone who just was able to just skip grief. And if they tried, it came back and got them. And I am a witness because I tried to work through it. And as far as like physical work, like going to my 9 to 5 and working on music and not really sitting with it, because my grandmother was one of the people who raised me up, and to see someone who was my hero, my safe space, go away, it was really hard for me. And so I didn't want to feel that, and almost like a denial, but it was like I went through the acceptance and the denial. I was like in acceptance and denial, so it was kind of like, well, she didn't, try to, what's it called, toxic positivity my way through it. So grief, you definitely have to go through it. It's not something you can just get over. And my advice to anybody, just go through it. I know it's a scary thing and people don't want to hear it, but you do have to accept it and go through it. It's not something you can just get over. So I wrote the song She Said, basically paying homage to the women who raised me, and shout out to my family. So I received some good feedback about it, so I'm really happy about that. So 2 songs got added to the album after my grandmother passed away, and She Said was one of them because I wanted to pay homage to her and just to thank her. So we called her Grams. And so I originally said in this song, when I was writing it, I was saying my grandma. I said, but I wanted to make it personal. So I was like, okay, instead of saying grandma, I'm going to say Grams, to let her know like, hey, thank you for raising me the way that you did. I didn't want to be one of those people that be crying and stuff, but I'm going to try not to get emotional because, like I was saying, grief is not something that you just get over. It's a process. A long process, but a process in itself that is worth going through. But yeah, it was definitely an album to just say thank you. And so I wanted to let her know, like, I'm talking about you, Granny Ma. Thank you for everything that you've done for me and the family, and we love you and we miss you a lot. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and press play before I start crying. So I'm gonna just play snippets. I'm not gonna play the whole song. I'm just gonna play the parts that I feel like are like, I want you to hear this. You gonna hear this. Alrighty. Let's play the vocals. Yeah. Try that.
Look. Ay, raised by women who fought wolves, the hunters and gatherers, protects providers, my riders that told me how to slide on them, spotted my foes before I even ID'd them close, family over everything, that was our oath, mama said, don't do what they do, then she said, they'll show you better than they'll tell you, she said, have your own, get it yourself, mama said, if it looks, smell, or act like a duck, then guess what, my sister said, fuck them, auntie did too, cause when I stood up, they laid down, so it must be true, Graham said, they jealous, and that's dangerous. She always kept something on her, and now I do the same thing. Avoid the line steppers in the he says. Stick to the script, that's what she said. Hold your head high, ain't nothing down there but low lives and lost years that's all headed nowhere. Graham said, don't want what don't want you, don't love you, don't love you. Actions speak louder, that's the clue. Asking more than once is begging, they hurt you the first time. You make priorities, so I'm standing in line. The right thing, that's what my mama said, my auntie said, treat them how they treat you. What my sister said, my granny said, jealous hearted people can't be trusted, no, not anywhere. Don't go over there, baby, don't go over there. Do the right thing, that's what my mama said, my auntie said, treat them how they treat you. What my sister said, my granny said, jealous hearted people can't be trusted, no, not anywhere. Don't go over there, baby, don't go over there.
Yes, so I just wanted to play a snippet of the song. So with this album, I decided to be completely honest, vulnerable as I can be. I'm a very private person, so I was like, oh, okay. So with my first album, I heard numerous types. People were like, I still feel like I don't know who you are, or like, you know, people want to be, I like to say people like to be nosy, and it's like, I mean, hey, be who you are. So I'm a very private person, and I don't like to share too much of my information. And I think that stemmed from growing up, and you know, family business is family business. And so I grew up with that same mentality of like, don't share too much, don't, you know, and people using your information against you and like all that stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. But I learned to share what I feel comfortable sharing. So I was like, okay, I feel most comfortable sharing this of what I've learned. And it's just some stuff I just want to keep to myself that I feel I'm not ready to share. But I feel like as I open up to the next, the journey, book 2, book 3, I'll feel more comfortable sharing more of my personal experiences in my human experience. So, yeah. All right, so going into the next song. The next song is titled Paid in Full. So Paid in Full is a quote-unquote gospel song that I wanted to do. I've been wanting to do a gospel song. You know, growing up watching Sister Act 2, and they had like the hip-hop part. I knew all the rap parts and all this stuff. And I just really wanted to, and also I've been very vocal about my faith, about spirituality. I do believe in higher power. There is higher powers. I do believe that there is one God, and everyone calls God something different, that he or she, there's omnipresence, and it's real. And people know it is, because there's been atheists who've been like, they called on God in a time of need, and something worked out for them, and now it converted them to some form of religion, spirituality, whatever the case may be. Alrighty, so let's get into it. This is Paid in Full, first verse.
Long game, no L's, here just big games. Don't bleed in, I stand out, put work in. It worked out, I did this, no handouts, but God first with no doubt. New year, no ball drop, no countdown, but I ain't down that cheat code, that reload, my time here with cheap on. Put work in, they paid out. And prayed up and paid off, I thank him, the brave boss. With big boss, there's no loss. No quick fame, just long game, no L's, here just big games. Clocked in and clocked out on full time. In my prime, I stand tall on 10 toes. You see it like sandals. Gotta be my whole team, the coach, the player, the cheerleader, the big 3 can't beat me. I'm prayed up and blessed down, head to toe, and through my soul. Nowhere to go when I need some more. You see the glow, it's not the status quo.
Put work in and paid out. Prayed up and paid off. I thank him, the big boss.
With big boss, there's no loss. No quick fame, just long game. No L's here, just big gains.
Put work in and paid out. Prayed up and paid off. I thank him, the big boss.
With big boss, there's no loss. No quick fame, just long game. No L's here, just big gains.
Yes, and that was Paid in Full. First and second verse, chorus, kind of breakdown. Basically, it was the whole song because as it goes through the other song, it's just harmonies going through the song. Check it out. It was funny because I've been asked before to do gospel songs or to be on gospel songs to do a rap part, just because I've been so vocal with my faith in a higher power. So yes, this was this was fun because I've been listening to a lot of what they call it, Christian rap, gospel rap, religion rap, whatever. But they got some good stuff on there. So I was just like, oh, okay, let me tap into what's familiar with me. I grew up in the Bay Area, California, so the sound is very West Coast, very Bay Area. So I was like, okay, cool, check. So with Paid in Full, I want to tap into all areas. I grew up in church. As I got older, religion really wasn't my thing, so I'm more on the spiritual side. I do have a relationship with God. You know, we've been told that where God lives, oh, he lives in us, or she lives in us, or whatever, how he or she, whatever you choose to call God, is in us. There's a God in us. So I say the God in me. So wherever I am, God is with me. So I don't have to go to the church to do something. If you choose to go to church, that's your business. Do your thing. But for me, God is with me everywhere that I am. So that's just how I view it. That's how I see it. Yeah. So with making this song, I was just like, okay, it's tapping into my faith. It's tapping into spirituality. It's tapping into faith. It's tapping into like testifying. It's tapping into my testimony of like being prayed up and blessed down, head to toe through my soul. I know where to go when I need some more. You see the glow. It's not a status quo. With this song, it was just me continuing, letting people know like, hey, let me shout out God. You ask me how I'm doing things, how this is doing, how I'm doing great. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, higher powers. And I say higher power, and I use the term higher power is to just shout out God, universe, the omnipresent spirit that helps me get through any and everything. So, Paid in Full. Next song is 2 Up. Be cool. Where's 2 Up? They be playing games, bro. Well, it's like I use this mixing website called cryomix.com, and I guess it's called Cryomix. I think that's the name, and I really like it. It lags a little bit, and you have to use Google Chrome, but it's really good and it's very helpful because I started doing a lot of mixing and mastering a lot of mixing myself, and I guess this website's supposed to help you master it. It wasn't too bad, but I was called to, let me say it, I'm gonna say I was called to learn how to mix and master my things because I was dishing out money for mixes. I was cashing out a lot of money to people who claim to be great engineers, and I would get the record back. They'd be like, oh, you can get 3 and they'll be like, oh, we can give you this many edits. If you don't like this one, you have up to 3, whatever remixes or whatever. And I'm like, even if I sat in the studio with them, I would be like, it don't sound good. Like to them, they like jamming, and I'm like, this don't sound good to me. But it sounds like, I guess to them, to their ear, it was like good, and they would be charging crazy prices. And so after a while, I was just called to try I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and because they have online classes on how to mix songs, what software to use, and like all kinds of stuff. So I started to dig into it, and I found this website called Cryomix, It's actually pretty decent. Like, to me, like, when I hear it back, that's why I was like, I play it on my speakers, I play it in my headphones, get it on my phone, play it in my car, just like to kind of hear where it's at. And I think it does, to me, it sounds pretty good. It sounds just as good as when you go pay somebody all this money to to do your stuff. And then with me being an independent artist, I think it's pretty good. So if you are an independent artist and you're looking and you only have, your budget is only so much, because I still work a 9-to-5 job. That's the thing. And, you know, I have bills, you know, so it's like, of course, you know, I work the 9-to-5 job to help fund my music career, but then I also have bills. So it's like, and I still need to eat. I gotta get gas to get to the workhouse. I have other obligations, you know, and then there's a certain lifestyle that I want to live, and it's like, do it now. Moving along. Alrighty. Okay, get into the next song, which is 2 Up, which is my favorite. If anybody wants to know my favorite song on the album, it is 2 Up, because this has been something like my whole life I've been going through, with people just like trying to knock me down a peg or two because they feel like I'm better than them. And they say like, oh, you think you're better than me? And I'm like, no, not really. I was just excited to share my successes with you. I thought we was friends, you know? So here we are. And I got that a lot from people, with me being excited about, it kind of made me a little, like mentioning my grandmother. Like, when I was talking about my grandmother, like, she was the person I used to talk to about everything. And she used to always say, are they still fucking with you? And I'd be like, yeah. And she was just like, oh, baby, they just jealous. They just jealous. And I'll be like, And my grandmother, she was a Southern Belle from Shreveport, Louisiana. She was part of the migration, her and her family, to the West Coast. She raised her family in Oakland, California, and my parents raised me in Richmond, California, San Pablo area. So Bay Area, hey, you know, I'm really grateful for her Southern background, because I learned so much. And this little sayings that they were saying, like, that's why throughout the album you hear little sayings like, don't get your meat where you get your bread, and knock you down a peg or two, and like all those little sayings and stuff. A lot of them came from Southerners. So shout out to y'all. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get into it. 2 Up. This say official, so I guess it is, because with these edits oh yeah, I see. Yeah, this one's the official, because I did a few edits and I was like, I don't like that one. I don't like that either. I like this one. Okay, where we at? Alrighty. Alright, y'all. So this one is 2 Up. Let me turn these vocals up. Let me get a little more comfortable. That's why I was like, I like this little space, because I just get comfortable and I just listen to my music. It's normally, I only have the lights on them, because normally I don't have the lights this bright. It's just so y'all can see me. Because I normally have my little candle and my little tea or whatever I'm drinking on, and I vibe out and just listen to my edits, my songs, the finished product, and just sit here and just be proud of myself. Alright, let me see where we at with it. 2 Up. Here we are. Alright, let's play it. Okay, yeah. This is 2 Up.
Let it go, pretty boy.
Mocha mama, talk to me nice. Cause if you lose me, that cost is very pricey. Yeah. Last week wins and next week wins. Them different M's coming in, never the shady ones. Only the marshals getting to the presidents. Look at the dividends. Benjamin, my friend, he fuck with everybody and them him. Invite me in, but always ask who over there with him. Cause all money and good money and all loyalty I give it joyfully. Just because you making noise for me don't mean you go to war for me. And I don't expect you to, cause it's questionable if I'ma do the same for you. Depends on how high you rank on that list of slowly diminishing. Tried to knock me down the head cause I'm too Tried to push me off that ledge, untouched. All that head and do it quietly. Cause all these wins is gonna give your ass anxiety. Try to knock me down the peg cause I'm too up. Try to push me off that ledge, untouched. All that hate, turn your head and do it quietly. Cause all these wins, hey, yeah, I'm hyped up, it's cool, put 5 mics up. That's that throwback crib, no arguments here. No he said, she said, everything I do is all wins. Them L's are lessons turn blessings. I'm no punk bitch, I fall, I get up quick and keep going. That rain on me, keep my river flowing faster. I'm so still and shallow. The beauty that is spotted in the crowd full, you see in the allure, yeah, she's so sure. Tried to knock me down the head cause it's too up. Tried to push me off that ledge, untouched. All that hate, turn your head and do it quietly. Cause all these wins is gonna give your ass anxiety. You tried to knock me down the peg cause I'm too up. You tried to push me off that ledge, bitch, untouched. All that hate, turn your head and do it quietly. Cause all these wins is gonna give your ass anxiety. Yeah.
Alright, and that was 2 Up. I really like that song. It was extremely personal. And I just wanted to give the message to the people out here hating on folk to just turn your head and do that shit quietly. If you gonna hate, I don't need to hear that shit. Like, turn your head and do it quietly, because all these wins gonna give your ass anxiety. Like, and people are like, oh, what does that even mean? Like, what you do is gonna get, because a lot of people, what is the saying? So the saying, comparison is the thief of joy, is a true thing, because people will watch you and be like, well, I could do that better. And then and what you're doing, a lot of time what you're doing looks easy. You make it look easy, and they try to do it and they stress themselves out and they give themselves anxiety, like, oh my God, like, and they start, so basically they start crashing out because they can't do what you do because you made it look easy. So I'm just like, with all that hate, where you think that, like, you think that I'm better than you, so you try to do what I do, but you can't do what I do, turn your head and do that shit quietly. Go hate over there. Don't come over here with that shit. So basically that's what 2 Up is about. So the first verse is basically touching on all money ain't good money. So going around thinking like, oh, they're going to give me a bag to do all of this crazy shit. All money ain't good money, and all loyalty ain't given joyfully. That's basically what the first verse is about. Is just like, really sit back and think about what you're saying. And if you take that bag, how are they going to treat you? How are they treating you now? You know, so some people think they can buy you and treat you like shit. No. Well, over here you can't. I ain't for it over here, so sorry. But, I'm not sorry. But yes, so anyways, with 2 Up, and then the second verse is just like saying I'm hyped up and cool, put 5 mics up. So yeah, that's 2 Up, one of my favorite songs. And my favorite line in that song is, all money ain't good money and all loyalty ain't given joyfully. Because it's something, I feel like everyone been through that before, is that just because somebody is being loyal to you doesn't mean that they really are clapping for you or they're really your friend. Right now, people's eyes are being open to when people are like, oh wow, those people are acting jealous of me, and people who gaslight them tell them no one's jealous of you. They're starting to see like, oh, that shit is real. Like, people out here, like, people have died from being around people they thought that was loyal to them. And then people being in one-sided competitions with you, like people being in competition with you, you ain't even know that it was a competition. If I would have known it was a competition, I wouldn't have been around you, because why would I compete with my friends? I would never compete with my friends. You're not my competition, you're my friend. And if you're my friend, you're my family. I'm not competing with you for what? But when I find out people are competing with me and you're supposed to be close to me, I usually cut that shit short, because I'm like, oh, you got an issue with me? All right, let me cut that off, because you ain't gonna kill me. No, because the whole thing is that people put shit in you. Like, I've watched so much Lifetime. I watch crime TV. I watch all that stuff, and people be friends with people, you know, to get close to them, to get what they got, putting shit in they drink, putting all kinds of stuff on them. No, yeah. As soon as, I'm telling you, I've learned to tap into my intuition, and if something feel weird or feel off, I back the fuck up, because I'm like, no, that's weird, that's odd, I'm not, no, because I have a long life to live. I am on a journey. I am on a journey to success, And if you want to come on. As long as you ain't on no weird shit, you can come with me. I don't mind. But I've learned that everybody can't come with you. And if you got things to do, you better focus. What's that dude named Eric Mays? You better focus. But yeah, that's 2 up. Next song. Okay. So next song on the list is titled Be Cool. And Be Cool was originally titled Aries Woman. But then I realized I know a lot of Virgos and Geminis that be on this type of time. So I was like, let me just call it Be Cool. Because like the chorus is, be cool. But yeah, let's play in this mother. And then also the beat gave real, to me the beat give Aries vibes. Very like high energy, very like in your face. Shout out to all my Aries. I'm Aries, April 1st. Dropped the album on my birthday, April 1st. Happy birthday. Yeah. Shout out to my Aries. But the song is called Be Cool, but it was originally titled Aries Woman. So here we go.
Yeah. Patrice. Mocha. Molly. Yeah. Stepped in, phone in my left hand, chilling with my right hand. Yeah, that's my best friend. Yeah, this the Don Amazon, but I don't move packs. 5'9", bitch, I clear all this shit. Yeah, you crash out, I map out. This the long game. Suited up, yeah, but the coach ain't playing. Cause this is bigger than fame. I'm just protecting my name. I catch the right one on the wrong day. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey, be cool. I'm not the one of the two. Yeah, and you don't move like I move. Ay, so you better be cool. Ay, be cool. Look, I'm not the one of the two. Yeah, and you don't move like I move. Yeah, so you better be cool. Ay, be cool. Look, I'm not the one of the two. Yeah, and you don't move like I move. Ay, so you better be cool.
Knock my thing over and scare myself. That's okay. Well, not really. I don't like how that looks. I was trying to get comfortable and knock my thing over, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay though. So that song was Aries. No, I still got it titled that too. I still got it titled Aries Woman. But yes, it's called Be Cool. And basically the lyrics speak for itself. It's just saying you get this one warning. You get a fair warning. And that's the thing. Aries get a bad rep because we give you one warning. But people don't be listening. They don't listen. They think you're joking. People laugh and think you're joking. And once again, I was raised saying don't take threats lightly. Don't take warnings lightly. When someone says, hey, the tree over here is, and you're looking at, oh, the tree looks pretty sturdy. I'm still going to sit over here. And the tree fall on your ass. Then you over here like, oh, the tree fell on me. Didn't the motherfucker tell you the tree was a little wobbly? And you was, oh, well, it's just a... Listen. Be cool. Listen to the warning. Don't come over here with that shit. You better be cool. But yeah, that is the song Be Cool. Next song. Okay, so next song is the Diplomats, and it is what it sounds like. Dipset. So this song is actually dedicated to the Diplomats, Dipset, the whole team. I grew up loving East Coast. I grew up on the West Coast in the Bay Area, California, but I listened to East Coast rap heavily. The hip hop scene on the East Coast was my thing since I can remember. So how this song came about, I don't know if other artists go to use BeatStar. So I was going through like these beats, like hip hop beats, because I wanted classic hip hop beats or like boom bap beats at a certain beats per minute, BPM. So I typed it in and this beat came up and I was like, ooh, this sounds like some throwback Dipset. And I was like, ooh, I want this one. And so I just put it in my, I have like a, so you can put beats in your cart. So I put this particular beat in the cart and I wrote down. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna write them a letter, like writing them a letter paying homage to them. And then I was thinking, like, when I was listening to it, and it was just like saying like all this like stuff that like, oh, you guys made me feel like this, you made me feel like this, and this is how da da da. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna big myself up. So I changed it from writing them a letter to bigging myself up, something they would do, because when you listen to the Diplomats, they talk about like they swag and like how great they are, and like, you know, like, hey, don't come over here acting crazy, you know what I mean? You feel me? Like, it's like that was like their thing. So I decided to use different sayings that they say, like a lot of the lingo they used, and used it in the song itself. That's the only best way I can explain it, is like how I wrote the song. So that was more one of the reasons why I called it the Diplomats. And yeah, let's get into it. And let me tell you, couldn't nobody tell me I wasn't gonna marry Joel Santana. But then he gonna go on and do me like that, and go have a bunch of kids and get married and stuff. And I was like, all right, okay, all right, I see what we doing here. Okay. But I'm joking. I'm joking. When you a kid, you like, oh, everybody your boyfriend. Joel Santana, can't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't want to hear shit. But yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, and this is called The Diplomats.
Look, this feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, you heard? Yeah. Ayy. Yeah. Ayy, this feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, salute my whole set. Diamonds with the gel nails, no acrylic, no gimmicks. This shit authentic. Leather bomber made in Harlem. I'm so icy, I might wear my bomber in the summer. She the flyers, if you like it, nigga, leave a comment. Fire sign, no emoji. Swag make them feel like they know me. Got them pinky rings with pinky rings and diamonds blink on everything. No sneaky link, hit my freaky zip that give me everything. That credit cord maxed out, big stepping flat out. Top tier penthouse, we next level. Like that time, peace, they watch me, but can't stop me, and that's on high. Key motherfuckers. Yeah, you niggas ain't stopping shit over here. Is you shitting me? You kidding me? Ayy, this feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, you heard? Yeah. Ayy, this feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, you heard? Ayy, look. Ayy. See, I'm fitted in my fitted jersey on double digits. That Santana bandana, the flow bananas uncanny. To the average joke, you niggas scaring all to hold your money low. Don't stand too close, cause I'm doing the most. I'm the star of the show. Cho ho, call it mocha mommy. The brown skin beauty reported for duty. Keep them in line, but still separate the tens from the nines. Yeah, you close from behind. You not me, but you fine. Watch me press every line. Pinky rings, diamonds blink on everything. No sneaky link. Keep my freaky zing, they give me everything. That credit card maxed out. Big stepping flat out, top tier penthouse, we next level. Like that time, peace, they watch me, but can't stop me, and that's on high. Key motherfucker, look, don't watch me, watch TV. This is pay-per-view, you gotta pay for this. Feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, you heard? Yeah, ayy. This feel like throwback, Dipset, bird chain, my whole clique. We fly your dope shit, salute my whole fit, you heard?
Yeah. So that song was called The Diplomats. I think it was perfectly titled just because it just touched on everything, the wordplay in the song. The wordplay in the song itself basically was the shout out to them. And because I originally was like, oh yeah, you guys did this and I admired that, and me growing up I used to wear this and that and like all the things, and I was just like, let me do a little wordplay, let me get a little bit more creative. Yeah, so that was fun. This song was very fun to write because I went down the whole rabbit hole of like, I went down memory lane in a way. And I was watching like the videos and the lingo and how they were dressed and just seeing them all thriving now. Like, it's still beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing to see them doing well. To me, in my eyes, I feel like they're doing well. And Joel Santana is completely underrated. Like that bars, and it was so creative and just like. And another thing was I purposely, when I was engineering it, I was purposely did it to where I wanted the vocals to sound stacked, but like uneven, because when you go back and listen to What the Game's Been Missing by Joel Santana, like the audio engineering on it, it had his vocals was like, you can hear like it, like delays, and I don't know if it was done on purpose or the engineer was just on some shit, but like it was I got as close as possible to making it sound like that. So if you're listening to the song and you're like, oh, the mixing is a little, no, go down the rabbit hole of the Diplomats, the Dipset, and just listen to the audio engineering of it all, and then the wordplay, and then how, just all the things. So yeah. So if you were wondering, so with the song Be Cool, so going in the song Be Cool was the same kind of vibe as the Diplomats, because the Be Cool is right before the Diplomats. And yeah, but yes, do listen to it, listen to the wordplay, and shout out to the Diplomats. Thank you guys so much for the contribution y'all made to hip hop and to the growth in artists of FATIMAH Patrice. Alrighty, so we're getting into the next song. It's titled Regine, and Regine is what it sounds like. See, I'm a Black American from the Bay Area, California, Richmond, San Pablo area though. I rep San Pablo though because, yeah, if you put Richmond on, well, growing up, if you would have put Richmond on the address, I wouldn't get my mail. So you would have to put San Pablo. So I'm from San Pablo, California, but I say Richmond so people can get what I'm saying. Yeah. So I grew up in a Black American household. We watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We watched Martin. We watched Living Single. Like all these shows. And there were always the one bougie. And I love the bougies. Hillary Banks, Regine, there was Claire Huxtable, there was so many, Whitley, and I loved them all. So I always admired the bougies. Shout out to the bougies. And so I wrote this song and I titled it Regine, and it basically touched on the standards that I have as FATIMAH Patrice, and basically my growth as a woman, and my standards and how I view myself and what I think works best for me. It may not work for the next person, but when you come over here, don't come over here breadcrumbing and penny pinching with me. No thank you. And I'm not saying it like, oh yeah, like to down you or anything. It's just that if you come over here, I already know what time it is. That's it. So don't come over here thinking you're going, oh, I can change your mind. You're going to be mad. You're going to be mad. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be mad. Don't come over here with that shit. Straight up. But let's get into it. Regine.
Baby, I'm bougie. I spin that rack on my hair, my nails are V-neck, white TC. Courting is the minimum and sending ass pics is highly unlikely. Now where would I be if I never really liked me? Now check your self-respect and check your self-esteem. You say you can't invest in me or my dreams, then you don't believe. Yeah, you can leave, I'm good with me. Don Diva, wealth and leisure, know my worth. And the text, run it up, let it stack. Chill, relax, yeah, run it back. Don Diva, wealth and leisure, know my worth. Edit text, run it up, let it stack. Chill, relax, yeah, run it back. Process with expensive taste. Classy is an understatement, gorgeous, beautiful, and educated. You'll be glad you waited, what you anticipated. See, when you win it, they love to hate, but still congratulate. You see that standing ovation, no doubt in these benefits. Once you put a ring on it, Cinderella, she the perfect fit, and it's not made in the mint. This is heaven sent forever blessing, God's gift. I'm the Don Diva, wealth and leisure, know my worth. Add the text, run it up, let it stack. Chill, relax, yeah, run it back. Don Diva, wealth and leisure, know my worth, edit text, run it up, let it stack, should relax, yeah, run it back. Divinely protected, abundantly blessed, heaven protected, forever respected. Affluent, comfortable, confident, flourishing, fortunate, wealthy, lucrative, thriving, abundant, successful, prosperous, blooming, lush, upscale, luxury, yes, speaking positivity all over me because I'm in love with me. Yes, I'm in love with thee. Yeah. Don Diva.
So that was Regine, and for the third verse, I purposely did the affirmations because it's part of my routine. Affirmations were something I started to do years ago with speaking positivity over myself, over my family, over any and everything, and it changed my life because in life, everything is perspective. It's all perspective. It's how you view it, the yin and the yang. It's all perspective. So throughout the album, I'm paying homage to all these people. So I was like, let me pause for a second and talk about myself, like for a minute. That's why I went from the Diplomats, bigging myself up, like, to this is actually me, who I am as a person. Because people, they think like, oh, you're a rapper, and they think they can treat you any kind of way when you're a woman. And it's like, no, here, let me give you a little preview of who I am. So it's me basically tapping into how I feel I should be treated. So that was Regine. And if you guys need some affirmations, fast forward to the third verse and listen to those affirmations. Speak it over yourself over and over and over and over again. And also you can watch Mocha Motivations, Mocha Mondays with the Mocha Mommy, me. Yeah, all right, okay. Let's go to the next song. Last song on the album, The Journey. Yee, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so this is the last song on the album titled The Journey. So I concluded the album with the song The Journey, Let It Go, showing my ascension, showing how I came from being molded by family and experiences during my human experience, and how I ascended and grew as a spiritual being, having the human experience and learning all of these things and applying it, but in a proper way, and letting go of things that no longer serve me, and experiences, learning and growing from those experiences, and practicing what I preach. So let's get into it. The Journey, Let It Go. And I'm actually going to start it from the second verse, so that way you can hear the ascension. You can hear the growth. You can understand where I am at in the present moment. You can see where I am as a spiritual being in this human experience. Yeah. All right, let's listen to it. Let's get into it.
Control your mind, yeah. If it's your moment, then it's perfect time. Hey, 3.14 infinite life cycle. Circle back with me when you find your purpose, find your peace. When you finally know what you want and what you need. When you finally learn to practice what you preach. This ain't rocket science, but if I say it's easy, I'll be lying. Take it easy on yourself, do your best, rush your process. Make your more feel like less, add an unneeded stress. No, for real, is that chip on your shoulder? Eat it. Life be life, but you won't be defeated. This here journey, extra baggage isn't needed. Now let it go, let it go, let it go. See that chip on your shoulder? Eat it. Life be life, but you won't be defeated. This here journey, extra baggage isn't needed. Now let it go, let it go, let it go. Hey, free yourself, control your mind. Yeah, if this your moment, then it's perfect time. Hey, free yourself, control your mind. Hey, if this your moment, then it's perfect time. Look, free yourself, control your mind. Hey, if this your moment, then it's perfect time. Look, free yourself, control your mind. Look, if this your moment, then it's perfect time.
So that was the song The Journey, Let It Go. And that concludes the review of my album, The Journey, Book 1, Ascension. And yes, thank you guys so much for vibing with me. And if you want to know a little bit more, feel free to DM me. Talk to me. I talk back to you. I'm a cool person. I'm a kind person. But keep it respectful. Yes. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So check out the album. Freestyle Fridays is coming back. And Mocha Mondays is making a return. So, yeah, very excited about the future. So, as some of you know, I took a 2-year hiatus. So, I've learned to navigate this world a lot better. My human experience is definitely a lot better. And I know what to do, how to do it, and how to navigate. I don't want to call it hard times, but I'm going to say I learned to navigate not so good hard times better. So I'm better at navigating this thing we call life. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me on your social medias, on your TVs, you hear me on your radios and all the good stuff. So yeah, just stay tuned and I will talk to y'all soon. This is FATIMAH Patricse, aka the Mocha Mommy, aka the Queen of Vibe, aka Tina Turner, aka the Goddess, aka Little Propane, because I gas everything. And I'll see y'all later.
Let it. The God.